Hey guys, Famous here, and yeah, my last video, I gave all of you a life update, and I said the next video I would make would be more so one informing all of you that I'm very close to getting things back into how everything was before, and this one's gonna be a pretty raw video. So if I'm like stumbling on words or some shit, or I just don't know what to say, I'm so sorry. So there is good news and bad news, and I think in my head I'm probably going to explain this in a way where I'm like flopping back and forth between, well, good news is blank, but then here's some bad news, and then here's some good, like whatever, just go with it. Okay, so clearly I have my setup, and I've had it for a while. That's some of the good news, right? Some of the bad news is my computer has not been working properly, and it's just very slow startups, and just even when it's fully start up and I'm actively using it, it's just been pretty slow. It's just not working normal like I know it can. And it's come to find out that my C drive was pretty damaged, corrupted or something. I don't know. It was just pretty damaged. So I have somebody who has been helping me with trying to fix everything. He knows a lot about PCs. He does that as a job. So lucky to know somebody like that. So he's been doing a lot of scans and just trying to figure out ways of fixing everything. And eventually we come to find out that the C drive that I currently have, my old one, and the reason why I say old one is because I end up getting a new one that still isn't being actively used yet. That's some of the good news. But back to some of the bad news is sectors. I think that's what they're called. We did a scan of the drive itself, and showing a bunch of sectors, whether it's just like, it was like green or like light green, which shows it would, it's good. And then there's like red, like that's all the damaged sectors. So when the scan was finished, we saw that upon startup and boot up, there was way more red than green. So it was pretty damaged, and there was still some like decent amount of red broken sectors to the drive even after it's fully booted up and I'm signed into it, and it's just sitting there on the main screen and all that. So now we know what the problem was. We were going to try to do like this headache route of repairing it, so then both of my drives would be simultaneously used, giving me around like close to 1,300 gigs worth of C drive storage, because the new one that I bought is a terabyte. So I just decided, after finding out that my original C drive is damaged and a lot of sectors are broken, and even though he said that he was going to try to repair it, I just said no, let's just save the headache and we're going to get rid of it. So the final part to get me back on track is we just have to get Windows 11 being actively used on my new drive. And we were trying to get Windows 11 download input on this flash drive, because I don't know exactly how the process goes. He does, but what I'm assuming is you get Windows 11 put on the drive, and then somehow actively, what I'm guessing it would be is you get on the drive, remove the old, get on the flash drive, meaning, so I'm not conflicting the drives. Get on the flash drive, remove the old drive, and then with the new one being the only one that's in the computer, I guess somewhere along that process, that's how you get Windows 11 put on that thing. So that's where we're at right now to get everything all back up and running. The problem is trying to get Windows 11 even just downloaded to put on the flash drive. My computer is just not allowing it. it would fully download, and then it's going through a second process, of which I don't remember what it is, but it would get to 50% and just hard stop. And yeah, then it just completely stops. It just says it's not working. So we have to use a different computer to get it onto the flash drive. My brother's being a little bit of an ass. Won't let us, right now, initially not letting us use his computer. I don't know why. And then I had this idea of like, oh my God, wait, like I bought my girlfriend this laptop not too long ago. It's an HP Chromebook, so I thought it was going to work. But come to find out, because it's a Chromebook and you're trying to do anything that has to do with a Windows operating system, the Chromebook is like, no, you can't do that. So that's a headache. We couldn't do it that way. Because I can understand, like, it's conflicting with the operating systems, and I can understand, like, if you're trying to install the Windows 11 operating system on the Chromebook's like, well, it's not compatible, you can't fucking do this, like, stop. But even trying to download it, like, even the PC won't even let you download it for, like, a case like this, where you just need to use a different piece of hardware to download it, put it on a flash drive, so then it can be used on the main purpose, in this case, my desktop computer. So yeah, that's a bit more of the bad news, is trying to get the operating system on a flash drive. So once we get over that hump, we get on the new drive, everything in terms of my computer running will be back to normal. Now, here is the part that I'm not going to make any promises. I'm not going to give a definitive, this is how we're going to do things now. I'm not going to make a promise that I'm going to get back into streaming or making videos on like a frequent basis or on any kind of, like any kind of schedule, for lack of a better term or better way of explaining it, because I have so much going on in life. I'm on the brink of finally getting my own place for the first time. Obviously, I have a girlfriend to, exist with, pretty much, and my two kids, and full-time working 47 hours a week. It's gonna be a bit difficult, bit difficult to try to put that in the time management. So that's why I'm saying I'm not going to prematurely promise or tell you guys right now that I'm going to get back into the swing of things in whatever capacity. It's more so me kind of just winging it for a while, and as I'm going along, that's how I'm going to figure out what my windows are probably going to be, like what days are most likely the best days and worst days. And even then, when I figure that out, I still don't think I can confidently give you guys like, this is my definitive schedule for streaming and even videos and all that. I think for a while it's going to be a lot of winging it, and I fully come to terms with that. That doesn't really bother me. I'm sorry if it bothers some of you watching, hoping that we are going to get back in the swing of things, and, I'm just going to be back on the content grind, a good amount. I just can't promise that, just realistically speaking. So, yeah, like I said, it's just going to be some winging it, but we're damn sure going to have fun whenever I get back into it. I miss streaming so much, and I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to see all of you again. I can't wait to interact with all of you again. I miss it a lot. So let's just cherish every moment as it happens, whenever it happens. And if some point down the line I'm able to start doing something somewhat consistently, then great, and I'll make sure to update all of you in something like that whenever it does happen, or if it does happen. But yeah, this is a kind of long-winded 10-minute update. I do apologize. And like I said, I was going to be a little bit all over the place. But yeah, those are the ups and downs, the roller coaster that I've been dealing with in the journey of fixing my computer. So, yeah. If you watched all the way through, appreciate it. Even if you just did a little bit of a skim through, that's fine too. I appreciate you tuning in, regardless. So I hope all of you have a blessed morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. Just a blessed day overall. And I will see all of you in the next one. Goodbye.